Howdy. Good to see you. Are you guys excited? I sure am. I am unable to contain my excitement for the upcoming Nintendo Direct tomorrow. On social media, Nintendo has teased the functionality of the C button on the Switch 2, and I thought it would be fun if we put out some final guesses out there just to see how well these guesses age. But I'm going to try to guess the worst possible uses for the C button. I think this would just be fun. So, to get things started, I'm going to go with probably what would be the most disappointing guess would be number 5, clock. This feature would display a clock overlay so you can see the time. So you press the C button and it displays the time. That's it. That's it. Okay. Number 4, Contra. You press the C button and the game automatically closes whatever you're playing. It'll close out of it and it'll boot up Contra 1 for the NES. So if you accidentally press that button, too bad. I hope that you saved your game. I hope that you reached a checkpoint because your game will automatically close and now you're playing Contra 1 for the NES. Number 3, horse. It's not actually a C button. If you look at it, it's actually a horseshoe. And when you press the horse button, it summons a horse in whatever game you're playing, but only if the developers implement the horse functionality. So in developer language, there would be a horse API implemented, and you can choose to implement it, but it's honestly better if you do implement horse functionality. So games like, the Zelda games, Echoes of Wisdom, and all the Zelda games where you can get horses in them. This is excellent. This is great. That frees up the other buttons for, other things. Number 2, cool. This is a cool button. So what this button does is that Nintendo will implement a Miiverse type social interaction system. If you haven't used Miiverse before, it was sort of like social media built in to the Wii U, and you can interact with other people playing Wii U. So Nintendo will implement Miiverse, and what the cool button does is it will automatically open the Miiverse and it will post a message regarding the game that you are currently playing, and the message just says cool. It is streamlined, it saves you time, so you don't have to type all of that out yourself. It'll just open Miiverse really quick with an overlay, type out cool, and then let you return to playing the game. So that's streamlined. And number 1, the number 1 worst possible use for the C button is curse. And what this button does is when you press it, you automatically filter out curse words from other users online. And it replaces the curse words with cool sound effects from Nintendo games. So this would mean that there will be more in-game communications and interactions. People will be able to chat to each other during games. This is something that we haven't really seen much of in Nintendo games, but games like Splatoon really benefit from communications. And one thing that Nintendo is worried about is the interaction between users who are not well behaved, having a negative impact on other people. So what the curse filter does is it just in real time filters out curse words. So people say naughty, naughty words, then it'll replace that with, and that's a cool feature. Okay, and those are my guesses for the worst possible uses for the C button. Again, Nintendo will be broadcasting their Nintendo Direct tomorrow. I'm very much looking forward to it, not just as a gamer, but as a developer. I very much really want to develop for the Switch 2. I want to make the most of whatever unique features are on the Switch 2. I'm just going to give one serious guess here. I've already guessed what the worst possible uses for the C button are, but I'm going to guess that C actually stands for connect, and that there will be some integrated system of messaging and playing games with other Switch 2 users. And I think this may be connected to something like, in the past we had, Spot Pass or Street Pass. Maybe this is Connect Pass, and this will allow us to connect with other users in a similar way to how we did with the 3DS, and to send an invite to a friend very easily and say, hey, let's connect and play a game. Let's play some Super Smash Bros. So those are my guesses. What do you guys think? I'd like to know what you think would be the worst possible use. We've already had people making viable guesses. Now let's make the worst possible guesses, because after tomorrow we won't be able to do that anymore. We'll know everything. So, hey, happy April Fools. I actually just launched my new game, and that game is 4 hours of watching paint dry. Right now, this is a PSP exclusive game. You can grab that for free. And the joke is that it's a real game that I made. The joke is that it's not fake. So you can download the PSP ISO from itch.io. It's free. It's in the link in the description. But if you also want to make your own PSP games, if you head over to my Patreon, you can find the source project there. So Patreon supporters will have access to the source project. It is made in GameMaker 8, which is a very old, outdated piece of software, but you can use it to make games for the PSP. There is a program called ChoviGM. After you create your executable file, your exe for your GameMaker 8 program, then you run that through ChoviGM. It turns it into a PSP ISO for you. You can learn how to make your own games, or you can edit this game and turn it into your own sort of thing. So I hope you have fun. Again, please enjoy this game. You're not just sitting for 4 hours. There is a real-time clock where you're watching paint dry for 4 hours, but your goal is to obtain the highest score possible as quickly as possible. So you can perform distractions, and distractions will pass time faster, but certain distractions will inflict soul pain or joint pain upon you, and there's certain distractions that will alleviate those. So you're trying to balance and optimize to get the highest score possible, and it's just a fun speed running game, and you're speed running watching paint dry for 4 hours. Right now it's PSP exclusive, but I want to bring it to other legacy platforms, because I really want to get games on things like the Game Boy Advance. I want to get more stuff on the DS. I'm working on Game Gear, on Lynx, Neo Geo Pocket, and that stuff is fun for me as a developer. It's a challenge. It's a way for me to keep improving my skills, and not improve just as a developer, but my ability to come up with game concepts and then execute them in a variety of different development environments. And that's basically like weight training for development. That makes it so much easier for me to quickly make games in modern environments. Anyway, thanks very much for enjoying the video. I guess we're going to see what happens tomorrow when Nintendo does their Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2. I'll be wearing a new suit. I had a new suit made, and we'll be revealing it when we take a look at the Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2. I'm so excited, guys. If you can't tell, I am ecstatic. I'm really looking forward to this. Take care, everyone. Be well. All right, and go play my game. It's free. 4 hours of watching paint dry. I'll see you.